Hello, it's Alina from Xactimate Mastery here, and today I want to discuss a little known line item. Most contractors don't know that this can be charged for or added to estimates and is completely legitimate. It's called the Cornice Return. So stay tuned, we're going to take a look and see if we can add some more money to those estimates. So here I am in Xactimate, and there is a separate line item for these areas that you may or may not be aware of. One is called the Gable Cornice Return Laminated, so that's going to be for your laminated style roof here. You can click for detail and get a look at what it all includes. Includes the shingles, felt, starter strip, everything you need to complete this little arts and crafts area of the home, because this really does take extra labor and care to replace this area. Also, you've got your 3-tab option as well. Same picture here. If you notice, Xactimate, they didn't bother to change the picture, but your definition definitely changes here for your 3-tab shingles. They're included with everything else that you need to put together that cornice return. Now, you also have your cornice return strips. So if you click for detail, the strip that runs all the way across the front of this gable here cannot be walked on from the roof, right? So you have to get off the roof. And again, little arts and crafts project to create this section. And this line item actually gives you linear feet options. So the cornice return itself, you can see it's an each, so you count how many returns. But with your cornice return strips, you want to go ahead and definitely count how many linear feet there and pay attention to that it's different than your Gable Cornice returns. So pay attention, make sure you get your count on your cornice returns and the linear foot on your return strips. One more thing I want to show here is that you've got an option for 2 stories or greater. So what that actually does, if you take a look at the line item here, we're going to take the Gable Cornice Return Strip 3-tab. I'm going to go to the price here, just click on the price tab, and we're going to go to the replace price. I can click this little I. If you'll notice, on the regular cornice return strip, the material is $3.92 for this area that we're working in, and the retail labor is $6.22. When you go to the 2 stories or greater, or 2 stories or greater line item, you'll notice in your replace price that the material is the same, but they've allowed extra labor in order to carry the material up to those areas. Those kinds of issues they do account for in an increased labor charge with those 2-story high. And you will find a high charge also for your cornice returns. I think it's RFG, GCR 240 or 300, and then the letter H makes it a 2-story or greater. So that will be your category and selector code if you're going to try to find that line item for the cornice return instead of the strip. So there's quite a bit of money that's been left off the table, and a lot of estimates I know that people aren't aware that they can add these line items. Also, I would argue for some ladders and jacks with planks, because again, you cannot walk from the roof. You will have to somehow access these, and I think ladders with jacks and planks would also could be warranted here. Getting those, one day maybe per elevation, just depending on how much time you'll think will be spent, and if you do use ladders and jacks, right? Because we don't want to ask for anything that we're not using. So if you don't use the ladders with jacks, that's fine, but I do think it would be warranted because you cannot walk on the roof and get to these areas. You need some other way to access them. So that's another option there, to use the ladders with jacks and planks. This has been Alina Wilson with Xactimate Mastery. Hopefully you learned a little bit today about some extra items you can add to your estimates. If you like this topic, go ahead and like this video for me, and I will create more videos like this. If you'd like more information on Xactimate Mastery, go ahead and go to www.xactimatemastery.com and check out our site. See you next week.